All right, so welcome back to the GameChanger. So today we got a little bit different video. As you can see, I have some products here. So a few weeks ago, I was reached out to by the WAHLS team. Saying, hey, look, we love your content. We love the way you teach, articulate. We want to send you some clippers and get your honest review on them. Usually if you watch my content, I don't do a lot of collabs or sponsorship videos because I don't post stuff that I don't believe in. I get some offers, but I have always, if you watch my tutorials, been a big fan of the WAHLS Magic Clip. In some of our earlier videos, I used to use the WAHLS Seniors, but the Magic Clip has always been a staple in my clipper deck. So I said, listen, if I love those clippers, why not try something else? And I just actually went clipper shopping. And if you remember that video I posted, I thought about getting the Magic Clip. I really wanted them, but I said I'll hold off on them. And look, they came anyway. So I said, listen, send me the Magic Clip. Send me anything else that you want me to test, put it through an honest run. And they sent me the Vapor, they sent me the titanium HI-VIZ, and they sent me this WAHLS Vanish. So we'll get to the clipper. Obviously, the tutorial that you see next, or the video you see next, was done after I'm doing this. So love the clipper. We'll start with the Magic Clip. Beautiful clipper. First off, the presentation of the gold is beautiful. It's not too yellow, gives it a nice, smooth gold finish. The blade, stagger tooth blade, very high quality. That's good for cutting that very thick hair, that very thick, lush hair that hasn't been cut in a while. So good for transformational videos if you're not using a detachable clipper. Also, the clipper blade itself is a titanium DLC blade, which DLC stands for diamond like carbon. Very lightweight, high quality, hard blade. So it's not heavy in your hand, but it still cuts with the strength of a heavier blade. So I love that. One more thing I want to point out, which is very cool. It comes with all their clipper stand clippers, or their charging stand clippers. If you look right here, it has a rotationary, what do you call it? A rotationary movement for the charger. So wherever you put it on your stand, it moves great. So I actually love that. That's little details like that make a big difference, especially when you're having a busy day. So I want to point that out. I love those clippers. Always have, always will. Let's get to the Vapor. Now, I'll be honest with you. I never even really heard of this clipper. Don't ask me why, but beautifully crafted clipper. Why do I say that? Super light. It's a part of the WAHLS 5-star line. Off the back, super light. It's 9.9 ounces. Same DLC, diamond-like carbon blade. I'm not selling it. Well, I guess I'm selling it, obviously, right? But I love the clipper. If you know me, I have bigger hands, but there's nothing like a lighter clipper. Flows through your hand, super smooth, very nice, has a rubber grip right here. Works really good for me. And then the sound, not loud at all. 2.5 hour runtime. This is the 2-hour runtime, 60-minute charge time, so you get more bang for the buck when it comes to the charger. But I love it, super light. Love the blue, obviously mine need to be charged. You know I've been using them. But this clipper itself, I absolutely love, very nice. Then, very sleek, classy look, black on black with the blue line, blue pinstriping. Absolutely love it. Now, this one, so it's funny. I actually made a joke about this clipper. If you go back and watch my clipper haul, this is the one I said had big chest, little legs. This Wahl HI-VIZ trimmer, beautiful trimmer. What makes it so nice? First off, it's an all metal construction. That's a quality build. That means if you drop it, which I don't recommend, you don't always have to worry about that hard casing cracking. This is a metal clipper. Also, with the T-blades, extra wide, it's 1.06, if I'm not mistaken, 1.06 inches wide. So that means when you're edging across the front or you're getting those corners, it's easier for you to reach and get into those hard to reach spots. So I actually love it. Same carbon build when it comes to the blade itself. Very nice, very smooth. And it's funny, even though it's made out of metal, it's not a heavy clipper at all, so love it. Same stand with the rotationary charging space. Now, this Vanish, when they sent me this, didn't really know how to feel. If you watch a lot of my tutorials, I don't really use an electric shaver often. So I'm like, why not give it a run? What's weird about these things, they're so light. So when I think light, sometimes I think cheap. But this is actually light in quality. Gold foil, super nice, super sleek. Sounds amazing, and then my favorite color is blue, as you can tell. So all of these clippers have the blue indicator light, so I absolutely love it. So clippers are beautiful. Again, you can never replace these, timeless. These are actually going to be seen a lot more in my tutorials because I bull crap you not. I really love those clippers. So with all that being said, let's get to the tutorial, y'all. See how I use them, see how they run. After talking to Walls, what I learned is they're really big on just unity in the community. They actually really do love the industry of barbering. And we talked for a while, because like I said, if I'm gonna put my name behind something, I have to really believe in it and stand on it. The feel that I got was homey. After using the whole assortment, I can tell they stand behind quality, they stand behind the industry. One unity, one brand, I love it. So shout out to Walls. With that being said, let's get to the cut. See y'all soon. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the clippers in the comments. Let me know which ones are your favorite. Let me know which one you can see yourself kind of adding to your assortment, because I know us as barbers, I know me personally, when I find a clipper and I stick to it, I stick to it. It's like when I go to a restaurant. If I like a burger, I'm always gonna get the same burger. So, all right, let's get to the video. All right, welcome back. It's the GameChanger. So today we got my boy Charlotte in here doing a drop fade. This is actually the perfect haircut to test these clippers out on. Charlotte has very dense hair. So we get to kind of see how they work on thicker hair. Now, off the back, any good test to see how strong the motor and how sharp the blade is on the trimmer is when you're balding out that hair. I'm doing a primary line. Primary line, so if I give you the overview of the cut, primary line is the first line that separates the skin from the hair. Secondary line, which is another term you'll hear me use as part of my system, is the part of the line, is the line that separates the light hair from the dark hair. And then we'll talk about debulking, so on and so forth. But to test how strong the motor is in the clipper, if you can do that primary line with a clipper, very strong motor. A lot of motors that aren't strong in trimmers, it'll snag, it'll get caught. Those HI-VIZ did a really good job, and again, they are so lightweight. It was much easier for me to get a nice, smooth line of my desired look, so thought it was dope. Now, I also mentioned with these Walls Magic Clip, it is really good when you can cut down to the length of a hairstyle with a trimmer. A lot of times you may use a detachable, but when you have a strong motor or a strong sharp blade, which is with your knees, the snag-a-tooth blade makes it much easier because you don't have to transition from this clipper to that clipper. So I love when I can cut down and put primary and secondary lines in with a clipper. So now we're doing a secondary line. You see right here how it's separating the light from the dark. The reason why I do a line system is that anytime you do a system or you have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to me, it makes it much easier to get a desired look. Whether that's schoolwork, you study, whether that's a haircut. So I kind of implement that when I do a hairstyle. Now to put that secondary line in that I spoke about at the very beginning, I'm going to use the vapor. I just want to kind of see how each clipper performs different tasks. Wasn't disappointed at all. Like I said, this clipper is so light. So not only did I put the secondary line in, I'm starting to blend in that primary line. Now, when you're blending in lines, the primary, secondary line. So there's 4 steps to the system. There's 4 key pieces. Primary line, which is what I'm blending now. Secondary line. Then you have the primary space, which is the light space, and the secondary space, which is the dark space. We'll get to that, but I just want to show you. So with the vape, I just want to explain. So with the vapor right now, what I'm doing is I'm actually blending in that primary line into this primary section. Now, when you're doing this, what you don't want to do is actually take the line away. I literally want to fade it in to give it a nice transition. So that way at the end of the haircut, when it's time to combine all the pieces, it'll be a nice flow and give it a nice smooth look. Now, the vapor, the clipper is so light, so sharp. Light clippers, so when you're doing a haircut and you're styling, you don't want to have to worry about how heavy or how hot the clipper get. So when you find a light clipper that still has the strength of a heavier clipper, you win. So I can't praise that clipper enough as far as the ergonomics of it. Super dope. Now what you just saw me do is take away the rest of that primary line with the HI-VIZ, strong motor. Again, I'm going to repeat that. That's a big deal for me. Now what I'm doing now is debulking. Debulking, what is debulking? So there's a thickness, so I cut his hair down to a 1.5. So on the sides, his hair is still a 1.5. Now it's very hard to blend from a 0 to a 1.5. So what I do is debulk, which is take away mass and density. I'm using the Magic Clip, Why? Strong motor again, and I love the guard system. So another thing that I didn't mention in the video is that the guard system on all these clippers are interchangeable. So the Vapors can use the Magic Clip guards, the Magic Clip can use the Vapor guards, and so on and so forth. So if you lose a guard for one set, you have another guard because all the clippers come with that set. All the fading or adjustable clippers come with that set. So I debulked with the 1.5 first. Now I'm going back with the 2. The lighter the area, the easier to fade. So when I debulk, what I'm doing before I fade in that secondary line, I'm debulking or thinning out or taking out bulk and density from that secondary line so that when I come back and actually start to fade that secondary line into the secondary section, it'll be much easier. So that's actually what I'm doing now. So I debulk with a 1.5, then a 1. Now I'm debulking with the half guard, which is a 1/16. The smallest guard that comes in this kit or this set is the 1/16 guard. So why not make it super easier? Now I'm coming back with the Vapor, and I'm actually starting to blend or combine these sections. So if you remember, like I said, you're gonna see how this becomes really easy to combine to get the final look, a professional grade drop ball fade, because I did the line system. And again, these clippers super dope. Oh, let's talk about the offhand, the hand that's actually grabbing his head like a basketball. The reason why I grip the head, if you notice, I'm taking my thumb and I'm stretching that skin from the top all the way up. When you have tighter skin, it makes it much easier for the clippers to do their job. So kind of want to walk you through that again as well. So look at my thumb, right? So this is a smaller clipper and I have a bigger hand. So it makes it much easier for me to manipulate the clipper. I love when I can get a good grasp on the clipper to kind of move it. Also, another reason I like these clippers, so I've never really had a heavy hand on the clipper. Maybe on my client's head, but not on the clipper. Because this clipper is so light, with a light touch, I don't have to grip it hard. It literally, for lack of a better term, it does it all on its own. I just kind of put it where I need it to cut, and then it works from there. So when I'm working back and forth is my 1/16 guard, 1 guard, and no guard. The biggest thing, so when it comes to fading techniques, something that I want you to take from it, from my videos, watch my wrist. I'm always flicking up. It's not so much of a hard up, down, up, down. It's more of a flick up and flick out. The reason why I'm switching again, I just wanted to see how the Magic Clip performs the same task that I had the Vapor do. Very good. Very, very, very good. It's actually a very complimentary set of clippers that they sent. They work really well together. All right, so I'm finishing up this part of the cut. Coming up in about 10-15 seconds, I'm about to apply the hot lather, so I'll be back then to let y'all know why and what here. So how was your day today? No, so the reason why I apply the hot lather, it helps lay the hair down, swells the cuticle, outer layer of the hair shaft, and what that does is it helps the hair lay better and it gives it a nice finished look, especially for those clients who haven't had a haircut in a while. So that's one of the reasons why I apply that. Then I'll come back with a hot rag, hot towel, let it sit for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then after that, it's time to get to the edge up. So that actually brings me to the HI-VIZ. So you know me, I'm a razor first type of guy. But what the HI-VIZ, which is the trimmer, actually does really well, very sharp. And again, we talked about that T-blade, how long it was, over 1 inch long. It makes it much easier to get into those corners, which is what you'll see after I apply this razor on the edge up. So y'all stick around, watch the clippers work. Let me see if you see anything I need to talk about. Okay, so when I use the razor, what you'll see me do is right here, I'm debulking on the edge up. His hair actually curls back. So when I apply my product on the edge up, then what I do is I actually come through razor over comb and I cut down the thickness. Then I come through, edge up nice and smooth, followed by the HI-VIZ and give a nice clean finish. So then after that, because I'm just walking you through all the steps, I'll razor right there on the side where the drop fade starts to end and goes into skin to give it a nice clean finish. So one of the biggest things about a haircut that makes it great is what does the finished look like? So the vanish comes into play. If you have clients, their skin isn't too sensitive, you apply that vanish to the sides and it'll give it right here. So first I apply the razor just to give it that nice sharp finish from super bald to super light. Now the vanish does a great job, because I only does that around the temple. Right here, I'm about to use the vanish, does a great job of giving that look all the way around. So you really don't even need the razor. I'm just a creature of habit. That's why I start that way. But the vanish does a great job of supplementing or taking the place of that razor. Then what I'll do is I'll come back with the HI-VIZ, clean it up in case I made a mistake. Right here, what I'm doing is that part we talked about, where I come through, hit the corners, and give a nice finish. I know y'all see that. Then I'll take the vanish, clean up the sides. Now, I love to clean up at the very end of the haircut. How do I do that? I'm gonna both use the vanish, and I'm gonna use, right here in this part, I'm gonna use the magic clip and the vanish. Blade so sharp and crisp on both, they both work really well. So I'm very impressed. I love it. As you can see, the finishing is the most important part, and it's coming out well. So y'all stick around. The final product is coming up. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Shout out to Walls. Great clippers, great quality, great product. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about the cut and the clippers. See y'all soon. Game Changer out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You good?